So today I'm here with Derek Boyer, the killer bassist of the New York death metal icons Suffocation. Hi Derek, I'm Tarja and welcome to TrueMetal.it. How are you doing?
I'm well. The interviews are starting pretty early, so earlier when we were text messaging back and forth, I was confused about the time. It's 5 in the morning here, so 5:30 a.m. now.
Yes. In fact, I was thinking that if you are in America, it must be pretty early for you.
Yeah, real early, but it's great. It's no problem at all.
Okay, great. So, you are going to release Of the Dark Light, the 9th of June via Nuclear Blast. And just last week you released the first single, Your Last Breaths, in the form of the 360 degrees track video. It's great stuff. So let's talk about your new album. First of all, let's talk about the songwriting process. What can you tell me about that?
Well, thank you very much for the kind words about the single. They're about to release a second single soon.
Yeah.
We basically, it's a fun process. Terrence our main guitarist, Terrence, who's, just a shredding player, he'll basically come up with a bunch of ideas and, he'll bounce them off of me and, we'll get some arrangements, settled, where we know this is the way we're going to move through these pieces. And then, I usually write most of the lyrical stuff and get, all the vocal compositions, together.
Yeah.
And then we present this stuff to the other guys.
Yeah.
And it was really fun in the studio. Everybody was really receptive to the material, where prior albums, we'd be doing something similar. Terrence writing rhythms, I would help with arrangements, I would write some rhythms, and then, I would be doing most of the lyrical stuff.
Yes.
I mean, at least in the last few. Frank's been doing a little bit less, and I've been doing a little bit more, and it's fine.
Yeah.
If he's busy or not coming up with what he wants to come up with, I go, hey, I got a bunch of stuff, what do you want to do? So it works out, but this time in the studio, everybody was having fun, it seemed to go well, not that the previous albums didn't go well, but sometimes, people aren't as receptive to the other people's material.
Sure.
So, it worked really good, the record is fucking crazy, so we can't wait for people to hear the whole thing. The songs are the songs that the record label chose.
Oh.
Hey, we think the world should hear this. And we're like, really? Okay, I guess. You guys know what you're talking about. We're like, we think you should put this fucking brutal one on. And they're like, no, too brutal. That's not commercial. So they're putting out the songs that they want the people to hear based on what they think will sell.
Yeah.
And, we're like, no, play these crazy ones. And so the whole record is really good as a whole. And, the songs they're playing, they're okay.
We'll
see.
Yes, and I got the tracks yesterday, and I've been listening to it several times now, and it's a real killer album. And
awesome.
And it can be heard that the chemistry between the band members is working very well. And I'm sure, that the fans are going to love it.
I think so. I think it's a package. The drums are aggressive, the bass is slamming, the guitars are aggressive, the solos are shredding, the vocals are brutal. I think it's everything. The artwork, the layout, the package, the lineup, everything is really good.
Okay, and my next question was about the studio sessions, and you already replied basically to it that you had a great time over there, and just to mention that it was produced by the band and the tracks at Full Force Studios with your longtime engineer Joe Cincotta, mixed and mastered us with one and only Zeus, which also mixed and mastered your earlier This Pinnacle of Bedlam. 4 years ago. That's great because the result is really outstanding, really great.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's talk about the lyrics. How can you describe the album lyric-wise?
Lyrically, it's definitely a journey. Sometimes people write about broken bones and blood, the devil. And so we're kind of not that cliche type band. We wanted to break out. Suffocation has never been, the cliche lyrical band. It's always been twisted and psychological and stuff like that. So we just took it a step further with this one, and we came up with this theme.
Yeah.
And, it's really about leaving the physical body here on Earth and going to a different place. And the twist, which is fun, because it's like you're writing a movie, so you get to say whatever you want, and you hope it comes out so people understand it. But the twist is really if you die of natural causes or by accident, you are confined to a loop. Yes. You are reborn here on Earth. And the joke of the album is that while you are here on Earth, you are a slave.
Yes.
And you are doing the bidding of the gods. And basically, the only way to break this loop is to take your own life. And we're not sitting around saying, oh, people should kill themselves. It's a story. It's entertainment. Mm-hmm. So basically the idea is we came up with this strategy that if you kill yourself, you can escape the slavery and move to a different plane of existence.
Yes,
so
like
it's really about
yes.
Dimensional transition. Like how do you leave the physical body and go somewhere else other than this plane of existence? So that's it. A lot of people will hear that and say, oh, you guys are promoting suicide. That's not the deal. We're happy people. We don't sit around and talk about killing ourselves. It's not like that.
No, I didn't get that expression at all.
Yeah. But it is. It's entertaining, and it's an interesting twist. So it's a lot of transcendent, astral projection, leaving your physical shell and having your essence leave the body. And you can see that on the artwork. The essence is leaving the body. There's a very unique vertical CD booklet instead of horizontal. So you will see the transformation and the leaving of the body when you purchase the album.
Yes, and we are going to talk more about the cover artwork a bit later on. Then talking about the album title, which is the 6th track of the album, why this choice? Maybe of the Dark Light, maybe it tells a lot about this album.
It does, and it's funny because it came very late. We basically, had a lot of the musical content. We had a lot of the lyrical content. Excuse me. We had a lot of the material, and we didn't have the title. And it was funny because last album, Terrence, out of left field, said Pinnacle of Bedlam. And we went, wow, perfect. It describes the height of chaos. Perfect. It fits, blah, blah, blah. Let's use it. And again, this time it was so funny because I'm sitting at Terrence's house, and we're working on the album, and he says, of the Dark Light. And I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, for a title. And I'll go, oh, it's fucking perfect. It's exactly like what I'm talking about. And with the imagery and the title, it all ties into what I'm talking about with the lyrics. So it worked. It had like an artistic feel, to it. The way it was kind of insisting upon itself. Darkness and light are at the opposite side of the spectrum. So it worked really unique. I said, you know what, it will work. If we put the right image and we have the right lyrical, portrayal, it should work. And we went with it, and it's funny because you will see the we laugh so hard about this. You see the kids on YouTube, or the people, men or women or children or whatever the fuck they are, but oh, that's the worst album title. Oh, that artwork is so gay. Oh, the music is this. And it's so funny to us. We literally laugh.
Yeah.
That, if you have something to say, and if you have something positive to say, please say it. But if you are saying something negative, it's such a waste of your energy. It's so funny to us. But we think everything worked. We think the artwork, the title, and the songs worked. And, you can't please everyone. So we're okay with that, too.
Yes, those three, they are creating harmony because I always say that when you take a new album, and whether you know the band or not, you should really concentrate to listen to it all, because if you take only one track, you get so wrong idea of it.
Yeah, so, I think literally we used to never do this, and the label, at least Nuclear Blast, is doing this, and I don't know if it's promotion, if it's helping, but it's also, there's a lot of negative stuff being said, and we always laugh because we say, they're judging one song that the record label chose. If I had to play one song for someone, it fucking would not be what they chose. And that's fine. I like the songs, but they are not representing the whole album. You know, so it's funny. You know, again, we laugh.
Yeah, and then again, the band is looking the tracks from inside, because, you know, all the titles, all the music comes from you. So you have the other perspective. But I'm sure this album will be much loved, and
we're not worried about it.
Yes, I know
it
that.
It is funny, though, that people will make a judgment based on one thing. And, you know, they don't even know they think every song is going to sound the same. This album's no good. This song is boring.
No,
it's like every song is so different. That's so funny to make judgment. Seeing a corner of a picture and saying, I don't like this picture.
That's
it's like, no, you need to see the whole thing to say you like it or you don't. And I don't care. They can say they don't like it. If someone says they don't like it, it's just funny to me.
But let's wait till the 9th of June, and you will see the difference.
Yeah, we'll see if they don't like it then.
Yes. And okay, now about this impressive cover artwork. You already mentioned something about it, but please, it was created by Colin Marks, the great Colin Marks. So please tell me more about the idea behind it, and this image, this very impressive one.
Yeah, Colin is an amazing artist. He had done a T-shirt design for us off of the Pinnacle of Bedlam album. He did the Purgatorial Punishment shirt.
Yes.
And there's a great T-shirt that he did for us. When we were thinking, who are we going to use? I said, wait a minute, that guy that did that shirt for us was awesome. You know, get in touch with him and let's see what he can do. And immediately, I was put in touch with him, and he and I were going back and forth, and it was really interesting because, like I said, the vertical concept was something that I wanted to do, and he's like, wow, that's really good. I haven't done anything like this. Let's have a continuous piece of art. It's like 6 album covers.
Yeah.
You know, instead of having one album cover and then you fold it and it's all just background artwork, it's like you unfold the album vertically instead of horizontally.
Yeah.
And it's really a fun concept. He was great to go back and forth with, and his work is very unique.
Yes.
So very vibrant this time. Well, I mean, I guess the last album was pretty vibrant also with the multiple colors, but this one is a little more monochromatic, and yeah, he was awesome to work with. Very nice guy, very professional, very good work, and that's it. We're really happy. It was a great experience.
Yes. And we already mentioned about your latest album, Pinnacle of Bedlam, which came out 4 years ago. I'm not asking why this 4 years wait, because I know that you have been touring a lot. And when you do the album, you must concentrate to it, or when you are touring, you have all the other things in mind. So,
that's exactly correct.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to, if we weren't doing all the touring, that album would have come out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Some of the music was written before Pinnacle even came out.
Yeah.
Like, we recorded Pinnacle and started writing. Like, for example, this new album isn't even out yet, and I have already started writing for the next one.
Cool.
So,
cool. That's
yeah,
great.
I mean, it's just a matter of, we went through the lineup changes. So when we had to get Charlie and had to get Eric, it also set us back a little bit. We didn't want to get new guys and go right into the studio. We've done 3 or 4 tours with Charlie and 1 or 2 tours with Eric. So we said, you know what? These guys are good. We like them. Let's do it. We didn't know if as soon as the other guys, Guy had his parents passed away and he quit the band, and, Dave moved away and wanted a different lifestyle, and he also has a son, so he's a father. And the next thing you know, we're like, fuck, we got new guys, need to do a new album. We have the material.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? And so after doing the Summer Slaughter tour with Cannibal Corpse and Nile here in the States, we said, let's do it. Let's get in the studio, and we did it.
Yeah,
so,
it was the right time for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it took a long time, though. That's the longest time between albums, I think.
But, sometimes, there are other priorities, as you said.
Sure.
And when you feel that it's the right moment, so then it's the right moment,
Right.
Yes. And talking about the touring, on May 19th, you will be touring North America for a month until the 13th of June. And then in August, you'll devastate Europe. However, and unfortunately, I didn't see any Italian shows there. But
Interesting.
I hope they will be added, of course, because...
Yeah, we hope so. We love the Italian fans. The people are beautiful, and the land is beautiful, and I'm surprised. I would always think we would play Italy if we were in Europe.
Yeah. I know that how funny it may sound that sometimes the band has nothing to do with the places.
It's very true.
Because
very true.
Everybody asking why you don't come here. You
right.
don't like us.
Yeah, we say well, ask the booking agency.
Yes.
Because
yes.
we want to come there, but we have no idea.
Yeah, but we can now shout out the message to all the promoters out there and say, hey, and agencies, that we want Suffocation in Italy.
We probably had the most intense show of our career in southern Italy, where the entire crowd was participating with us. The melody on the guitar was done, and the whole crowd, it was so amazing. Like, every one of us had chills and goosebumps because we had never experienced that type of crowd participation. We see people jump around, have a great time, but the whole place was singing.
Yes,
I'm getting chills thinking about it. Singing singing the melody of the music to us while we were playing. Like, we were playing with the audience. It was amazing.
Yeah, that must be a very cool feeling. Very. Yeah. And talking about, you mentioned already Frank Mullen, and so do you think he won't be or will be on this tour with you, or maybe Kevin Muller?
Yeah. I don't think he can make the European tour. In my last interview, I was explaining the same thing. Frank lives a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
He has a daughter. He has a really good job. And he has, medical benefits and health insurance and, steady income and retirement. And, when you play music, it's fine. You can earn money. That's not a problem. You can live a life. But to drive the brand new car and to buy the new house and, to have the wife and the children and all these other things, it's expensive. And the problem is you can make enough money to live that lifestyle, but you would never be home to enjoy it.
Yes.
You would constantly be in Japan, in South America, in Canada, in the U.S., you'd be in Europe, you'd be everywhere. That eventually, when you stop, the other interesting thing is, with his job, when he stops working, he will retire and he will still get income from his retirement, where if you play music, when you stop playing, you stop earning. I mean, and you get your royalties, but they're not enough to live off of.
Yes,
they're nice, but they're not. You're not going to drive a brand new car, and you're not going to buy a brand new house. With the royalty. But again, you do it because you love it. But unfortunately, Frank, is working toward a different goal.
Yes,
and that's fine. He loves to play. He loves playing. Every time we get together, he loves it. But when we say, hey, are you going to go to Europe with us? He goes, well, how long? How long is... it's too long. I can't get that much time off. So he might make some appearances at some festivals, but I don't think he can do the extensive touring.
Yeah. So will Kevin Muller join you on this tour?
Yeah, Kevin is awesome. Kevin is that same new blood like Charlie and Eric. Yeah. And Kevin sings all over the new record. And the funny thing is, a lot of people who've heard the record don't even notice. They didn't notice that there was someone else on the record. And we say, wow, Kevin sings in that song, in that song, in that song, in that song. He sings all over the record.
Yeah, so now we revealed a secret here.
It's interesting because, no one really knows. Granted, you can hear subtle difference, but it sounds very much like Frank.
Yeah.
It reminds us of early Frank, because he's a little younger or whatever, but really, really good, very talented. He's from the band Pyrexia, and he has his own band called The Merciless Concept, also with Charlie Arrigo, our guitar player. So really good guy, really smart, really fun, nice ambition, young guy. So it's basically, a couple of young guys and then a couple of the older guys, and it's working really well.
Great, great. And I do hope that we will see on this tour or in another occasion here in Italy to see Kevin also with you.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we don't come to Italy.
Yeah,
I think
me too.
Maybe they're filling last-minute dates, or I'd be very surprised if we weren't going there. Maybe the routing is more in the north of Europe. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. But so we will wait these announcements, new shows here, and I will be there on the first row.
Nice.
Great. Listen, I think our time is about to end, but I would like to ask you one curiosity. Have you ever heard some Italian death metal bands? And if so, what do you think, if you have some favorites?
Yeah, the Italian bands are very, very aggressive and very cool. When we were younger, or let's say a while back, maybe a couple decades ago, my first experience with an Italian band was Natron. And Natron was awesome, and it's very fun because now we have worked with Max recently. Max, the drummer of Natron, and we have still maintained friendship, and great guy. We love Max. We love Natron, and so super cool to see something brutal coming out of Italy. And then, obviously, the more recent is the Flesh God Apocalypse.
Yes.
Very cool guys. We met them when they were T-shirt and jeans band. No makeup, no uniforms. They were killer, like Oracle days, Mafia days.
Yeah.
Great band. And what they're doing now is in more, for me, the behemoth world, where they're wearing the costumes, and they're great musicians. We love the band, all of them. Cristiano, Stefano, Francesco, all those guys. Love those guys.
Great to hear.
Very, very cool. Paolo, love those guys. Can't wait to see them and see what they're doing next. But yes, we definitely love the Italian death metal.
Great. So you definitely have to come over here.
Absolutely.
Yes, great. Listen, now we can have our last question, and with that one, I want to thank you very much for your time and all that you wanted to share with me. And now the word is yours. What is your message to your fans and our True Metal readers?
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. And I guess the message is, enjoy your life and treat yourself and those you love with respect. And that's about it. Have a good time. Cut loose. Also have some respect. And just keep listening to crazy metal music. And if you can, make some for yourself.
Yes. That's a good message.
Nice.
Good. And so I thank you. I want to wish you all the best for this day and for the other interviews, of course. And take care, and looking forward to see you here in Italy.
Fantastic. We look forward to being over there soon. We love the Italian people. Can't wait to be playing there and hanging out with you guys again soon.
Great. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. You have a good day.